Hey everyone, welcome back to the Java multithreading series. So in the last video we covered the basics of multithreading. We understood what is a thread, what is a process, what is multithreading. So in today's video we'll see like how we can create threads in Java. So let's get started. So to create threads in Java there are two ways. One way is by extending the thread class and the other way is by implementing the runnable interface. So first let's see like how we can create a thread by extending the thread class. So I have created a class called myThread and I want this class to extend the thread class, which is a inbuilt class from Java and it is coming from java.lang package. Now to start the execution of the thread we need to invoke the run method, which is coming from the thread class. And to override or implement that run method, I'll go to source and then click on override implement method. Here we'll get an option to select the run method and then I'll click on OK. So now we can write our own logic inside the run method. So here I'll just print numbers from 0 to 9. So I'll run a for loop. So this will print number from 0 to 9, right? Now to invoke this run method, what I'll do, I'll create a class with main method. And inside the main method, I'll create an object of our custom class myThread t1 is equal to new myThread. And to invoke the run method, we need to call the start method, which is coming from thread class again. And this will create a new thread in the JVM memory and invoke the run method to start the execution of the thread, right? So I'll save it and let's see now like what is the output. So I'll run as Java application. So yeah, it is printing number from 0 to 9. I'll just add some delay while printing the numbers. So there is a method inside thread class called sleep, which pauses the execution of the current thread. So I'll call that method. And here I need to pass the parameter, the duration I need to pass. So I'll pass it for 0.5 seconds. So I'll give 500 millisecond, which is 0.5 second. I need to surround it with try catch block. Okay. So now I should get a delay of 0.5 second while printing the numbers. So let's run the class again. Yeah, so it is printing the numbers with some delay. So I'll go to the thread example class. So here we know that along with our custom thread we have a main thread which is also running, right? So inside the main thread, what I'll do, I'll just print a message system.out. Let's say main thread finished. Let's see what is the output now. Okay, so here we can see that this message is getting printed first and then our custom thread is printing the numbers, right? So the thing is since uh, the main thread and the custom thread are running concurrently or simultaneously, and they are not waiting for each other, right? So they can run parallelly. So what happens, since our custom thread is taking some time to finish, because we have added a delay of 0.5 second, right? So within that time, I mean till our custom thread finishes its execution, our main thread is already getting finished, right? That's why this main thread finish message is getting printed first, and then we can see the numbers. But I want that our custom thread should finish first, and then our main thread should finish. So I want the main thread to wait for the custom thread to finish, and to achieve that, there is a method called join method, which allows one thread to wait for another thread. So I'll invoke that method so that our main thread waits for our custom thread to finish. Okay, so t1 dot join. Okay. So I think we should see that our custom thread should finish first, and then our main thread should finish. So let's see the output. Okay, yeah, so our custom thread is running and our main thread is waiting for the custom thread. And now once our custom thread finishes its execution, then our main thread is getting finished, right? So this is the purpose of join method. It allows one thread to wait for another thread, right? So this is one way to create thread in Java by extending the thread class. So there is another way, that is by implementing the runnable interface, and this is a preferred way because maybe because it provides flexibility. Because sometimes we want that sometimes we need to extend another class, right? So in that case, we can't extend the thread class because Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. So in those kind of scenario where we need to extend multiple classes, we can't use this way by extending the thread class. So in that situation, we need to implement the runnable interface, and this is pretty simple as well. So we just need to type implements runnable. Yeah, so all the things will be as it is. So now we got an error in the thread example class. So here it says that the method start is undefined for the type mythread, right? So here, okay, so first we need to create an object of a thread class so that we can pass our object of mythread, which is implementing the runnable interface. So I'll create an object of a thread class, and inside the thread class we need to pass the object of our custom class, which is implementing the runnable interface. Yeah, so now I need to call this thread by calling the start method. Yeah, so now if I run the class again, yeah, we got our desired output. So this is a way to uh, create a thread by implementing the runnable interface. You just need to implement the runnable interface by writing implements runnable, and then we need to uh, create a create an object of the thread class, and we need to pass the uh, our custom object, which is implementing the runnable interface, as an argument to the thread class, and then we can invoke the thread by calling the start method. Yeah, so that's all for today's video. Like we learned like how we can create threads by extending the thread class and by implementing the runnable interface. So in the next video we'll explore like how like what are the life cycles of a thread, how the life cycle changes, how the state changes throughout the life cycle of a thread. So we'll cover that in the next video. Thank you for today.